One of the major objectives of the Zimbabwe civil society organizations in scaling up Nutrition Alliance, ZCSOSUNA, is to ensure that civil society organizations, CSOs in Zimbabwe, are effective, inclusive, and integrate nutrition actions into their programs and contribute to national priorities on nutrition. Hence, the holding of the capacity building workshop in the Harare region in pursuant to the organization's aims.
SUN in general is a global movement where more than 54 countries actually are part of the SUN global movement. Zimbabwe joined the SUN in 2011, and there's been some progress actually after Zimbabwe joined SUN, especially in terms of food and nutrition security. A policy was formulated by the government. So the SUN focuses on a multi-sectorial approach to addressing malnutrition. The SUN is formulated in a way that the government is the focal point, and it has got 4 other networks. So the other 4 networks include the civil society, which is the ZCSOSUNA in Zimbabwe, and we've got the donor network, and we have got the UN network and the business network. So ZCSOSUNA has done a lot actually in trying to bring together all these players. So we have actually engaged the business and trying to engage the UN and the donor networks, so that the SUN network in Zimbabwe can really function well, and we can try to address malnutrition.
What we have been doing so far is to establish subnational platforms for CSOs. We have created 5 regions in Zimbabwe, one in Bulawayo, Gweru, Masvingo, Mutare, and Harare. We are working closely with Food and Nutrition Council as the government focal point on the SUN movement. All our activities are multi-sector and multi-sectorial. We are influencing our members, the business network, the UN network, the donor community, as well as the government, to realign their actions and to work in order to mainstream nutrition. Of key significance is the diverse group which comes on board, especially when we look at civil society organizations. There are those organizations that implement nutrition-specific programming and nutrition-sensitive programming. And as a network, we are planning to implement the Rome Declaration and its framework of action, so that our members are aware of the framework and the declaration, and also engage the parliamentarians, do the budget analysis, and start doing advocacy engagements, both to policymakers at the national level and subnational levels.
The purpose of our workshop today was to capacitate our CSOs on the basic nutrition concepts and knowledge, and it was also to capacitate them on advocacy issues and legislation, particularly concerning nutrition policies in Zimbabwe. We're very happy with the turn-up of the CSOs that came to this workshop. It shows that we're growing as a network. It is our hope that we'll continue having more of these workshops that capacitate our CSOs in fighting malnutrition, as well as scaling up nutrition in Zimbabwe. It is our hope that this information that the CSOs are gathering from this workshop will go on to cascade into their communities and their programming, and will strengthen the fight against malnutrition in our country.
Facilitators of the workshop managed to fully address the main objectives of the workshop, which were to enhance CSOs members' knowledge in basic concepts in food and nutrition, to enable ZCSOSUNA members to gain nutrition advocacy skills and understand nutrition-related legislation. Facilitators were from organizations that are experts in areas of basic concepts in nutrition, policies related to nutrition and advocacy. The Food and Nutrition Council, which is the SUN focal point in Zimbabwe, took the participants to Zimbabwe's policies which concern food and nutrition. A total of 19 participants from different organizations were capacitated 3 were from international organizations and 16 were from local organizations.
The workshop was very fruitful. We learned about advocacy and lobbying and the basic concepts about nutrition.
It is very good, and it is encouraging us to work as a multi-stakeholder component to scale up nutrition in our respective areas. We are advocating for the formation of scaling up nutrition committees or food and security committees in the provinces across the whole country.
The workshop was very nice and educative. I learned that we must be educative all the time, communicate with people, so many people in the community.
We are attending a workshop on scaling up nutrition. My organizations akawanda trying to talk about my balanced diets and eating the proper diets kuti my micronutrients anomboleka mumuviri mevanhu ange achiwanikwa nemaba kudya chikafu chinenge chine manutrients ese macarbohydrates, maproteins, minerals nemafats. Asi muzuva ranhasi taona kuti zvinhu zvacho izvozvo zvinokwanisika nekuti we were served a traditional lunch, which actually shows that it's possible that we can actually afford to have such meals at a lower cost budgets. Thank you.
We learned about malnutrition and advocacy and advocacy. Okay, lobbying and advocacy. And I hope to go and implement what we have learned here. It was a very good experience, and I learned a lot.
I benefited a lot from the advocacy training, where I think it is necessary for a change to happen. I think advocacy is the key, or maybe one of the best activities to use, especially to our programs in an effective way, through maybe dramas, flyers.
From this workshop I've learned about the nutrients, the food and nutrition, the balanced diet which they are supposed to eat for them to remain healthy.
This workshop has also given us an insight on how we should also try and assist those who requires nutrition support. And with what ZCSOSUNA has done, they've given us enough information whereby we are saying we are going to lobby and make advocacy in the communities that we live. And this would also help for the livelihoods that we are targeting, and other people living with HIV and AIDS who are going to get the profession that we have learned from this organization. And I think this program was a success, and it would also assist in our implementation plans. And together with them, I think we will stand and fight against the nutrition problems in Zimbabwe. And we are saying to other organizations who may also want to interact with this organization, in a position to come forward and join the projects, the programs, and work hand in glove for the success of the project.
Now that we have capacitated different organizations in basic concepts in nutrition, policies related to nutrition and advocacy, we hope that they will scale up their activities in nutrition towards a goal of building a stronger and healthier Zimbabwe for all.